In life, we often believe that honesty, hard work, and strong values are enough to guarantee success. But the truth is, sometimes a single careless thought can undo years of integrity. One moment of unchecked desire, one quiet whisper of greed can change the direction of an entire life. This story reminds us that our thoughts are not harmless. They are powerful forces that slowly shape our decisions. Many years ago, in a small town, there lived a young man named Jake. His life was a daily struggle. Every morning he searched for work, but most days ended the same. He'd earn just enough to survive, returning home exhausted. Yet, despite his hardship, Jake held on to one precious quality: honesty. He believed in earning his living the right way, even when life gave him little in return. One evening, after another fruitless day, Jake was walking home when he heard a voice calling for help. He saw an elderly man with 3 large, heavy duffel bags. The old man explained he needed to reach the next village and could only manage 2 bags. He offered Jake 3 gold coins to carry the 3rd. For someone as poor as Jake, this was a fortune, but he agreed simply because it was the right thing to do. As soon as he lifted the bag, its weight surprised him. The old man calmly said it was filled with bronze coins. As they walked, Jake noticed the old man watching him closely, as if fearing he might run away. The thought did cross Jake's mind for a split second, but he dismissed it. He was not a thief. He had lived his life with integrity, and he wouldn't change now. The road ahead was quietly beginning to test not just his strength, but his character. As they continued, their path led to a wide, swift-flowing river. Jake prepared to cross, but the old man stopped. He explained his age wouldn't allow him to cross safely with 2 heavy bags. He asked Jake to take one more, promising an additional reward. But before handing it over, he asked Jake to give his word he wouldn't run, confessing that trust was rare. When he revealed the bag contained silver coins, Jake felt a sting of irritation. His honesty was being questioned. Firmly, he declared, "I am not a thief," and lifted the bag. He crossed the river, proving with his actions that silver held no power over his values. After the old man followed, they walked until the land rose into a steep hill. Again, the old man stopped, breathing heavily. He admitted he couldn't climb with the last bag and asked Jake to take it. But this time, he paused, warning that this bag contained gold coins. If Jake chose to run now, there would be no catching him. Jake's patience was thin. He explained he'd once left a good job because it demanded dishonesty. He chose poverty over a guilty conscience. After a moment, the old man handed over the final bag and told Jake to go on ahead. As Jake walked alone, the weight of all 3 bags pressing down, a quiet voice began to whisper in his mind. It painted a future of comfort and ease. He told himself the old man was weak, far behind. Escape was possible. This one act could free him from a lifetime of struggle. The thoughts grew, turning from a whisper into a roar, blurring the moral lines he had held for so long. The more Jake walked, the louder those thoughts became. He imagined a life without poverty, without struggle. He told himself the old man was near the end of his life and did not need the wealth. He, on the other hand, was young. He could turn that money into happiness and respect. The imagined rewards felt more and more real, more justified. Finally, temptation won. Jake broke into a run, leaving the road, the hill, and the old man's trust behind. He reached his home, heart racing with excitement, and tore open the bags, ready for his new life to begin. But what he saw froze him in place. There was no gold, no silver, no bronze. Only ordinary stones filled each bag. Confusion and anger flooded his mind. His dreams shattered. As he stood there, staring at the worthless stones, he noticed a folded piece of paper. With trembling hands, he opened it. With each word he read, his heart sank. The note revealed Old Man was actually the king of the land. He had no heir and was searching for a truly honest person to become his son and the future king. The entire journey was a test of character. If he had remained faithful to the end, the life he had just imagined would have become his reality. But the moment he allowed greed to guide him, he lost everything. In that painful moment, Jake was overwhelmed by regret. He had lived an honest life, but one lapse in self-control had undone it all. He never planned to be a thief, but a single chain of greedy thoughts took over his judgment. This is the real lesson. Every action begins as a thought. When negative thoughts are allowed to grow, they shape our entire lives. Jake's greatest enemy wasn't the world. It was the unchecked ideas inside his own mind. His story teaches us that true wealth isn't gold or power, but the ability to remain faithful to our values, especially when tempted. Guarding your mind is just as important as guarding your actions, because the mind is where both success and failure are born. If we learn to master our thoughts, we protect our future. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that inspires you to be the best version of yourself. See you next time.